Hello, good evening. It's Wednesday. Happy hump day, everyone. Okay, so I'm just going to find myself on my screen so I can see comments. How is everyone? Hope you're well. Don't know about you, but today, weather-wise, has been a bit of a mixture of all sorts of chilly, sunshine, hot, raining, all very bizarre. So tonight I thought I would play with Hues of Happiness suite, which is in our new annual catalogue. So I will fess up and say I'm making my mum's birthday card for Saturday. So hopefully she won't be watching. I'm pretty certain she won't be. But if she does, if you are watching, Mum, don't. Go away and come back on Sunday, and I will share it with you then. But yeah, I thought I'd have a quick play, and yeah, I haven't really got anything in mind, just I've had a look around for a bit of inspiration, but thought I'd yeah, just go with the flow and wing it as I normally do. So I will let me just find the video. Okay, there we go. So make sure I am on mute. And I will turn the camera down. There we go. So, welcome to everybody joining. Hope you're well. I am just going to yay, Susie made it at the beginning. Well done, Suze. Right, I'm just going to turn the camera around and put you so you can see my desk. You can see the lovely setup outside. So this is what we're playing with today. I'll try not to make you too dizzy. Apologies. Oh, I'm glad you made it, Suze. So yeah, so if you didn't hear me at the start, just to say I'm making my mum's birthday card. So if she comes on, it'll be under my dad's name. Boot her off. So this is in the nicest possible sense. So this is the Hues of Happiness suite. That is early on. I haven't got a can you believe I haven't got an annual catalogue? But anyway, this is from our new annual catalogue, and oh, good, Suze, good. I want to see pictures of what you make after. As you can see, I've already started hacking into this. So this is actually, if you've got our new annual catalogue, this is what's on the front cover. If you haven't and you'd like a free copy, then please do let me know and I will happily send you out a copy. So I just love this paper, and the colours are just fantastic. Let me just get rid of the background. And it comes, the suite, if you buy it, comes with the stamp set and dies, which I like to store inside. So as you can see, I've die cut quite a few of the flowers. So this has come from, which is ideal if you don't want to stamp and colour. This has come from, now I need to find the bit of paper. As you can see, it's come from one of the sheets of 12 by 12 that the dies actually fit the print on the paper. And this will actually fit this one. So if you don't want to stamp and cut out, you can always use the paper to do that. But obviously it's all double-sided, and you know, it did mean I had to use up one of my favourite pieces, but let me just move these out of the way. But actually, obviously you get two of each, so and obviously you can always just fussy cut, hand cut them out if you wanted to. And you know, you can use, so as you can see, I've used the edges from the paper because hello Helen, or Riley should I call you, because you can always tuck those behind others, so don't throw those out, they're worth keeping. So yeah, so this is the paper, which is very pretty, and my mum loves flowers, so I think I'm onto a winner here when it comes to these. So obviously double-sided. I feel like that's maybe a little bit busy, but I've got an idea for my first card, and then after that it's a wing it situation. So this is the other sheet that I've cut these out of. So you can see you can use that as a background if you wanted to, but you've also got the leaf die that you can cut out here, so that will fit there, and there's another bit, so that will fit those. So you can literally die cut the whole thing if you don't want to sit and cut it out and you don't want to waste the paper. And it's so pretty, and you've got all the little flowers then in the middle, and you've even got, yeah, so there's that, so there's 3 different types of flower, and they've all got, can't pick it up now, my nails are too long, so you've also got that one that will cut out that shape, and then that one, and this one there. So perfect with the leaves as well. But anyway, I'll stop waffling now. So I think that is a possibility to use for my mum. And obviously these are in the different colourways, but on the back I just love this because it looks like painted texture. So I might, and again, because that's really pretty, so I'm kind of thinking maybe some of the flowers, thinking with some of the colours that we've got in this, I'm thinking maybe, that sounds like a song, maybe, I'll say it how many more times. So we've got these colours that will go brilliantly with this as a background. So I'm thinking I might use this for my first card. I only need a little bit, and then we've got this lovely little floral. Oh, rainbow. Oh, now. Ooh. So that one's quite busy, but I do love this side. That's really pretty. Or this one's really nice. They're all really nice. Ooh, yeah. So it looks like it's been, so these are like, for us, they're actually like painted onto canvas by artists, and then photos are taken and then they're printed. That's kind of how it works. But I just love the background of that and the texture it gives. You can literally see the canvas print from it. So yeah, so I think to start with, and ladies, keep your fingers crossed, let's hope Mabel does not come and interfere. So I think to start with, I'm just going to cut a little bit out. So what I'm thinking is, I've got some of my other dies. So I've got the layering circles dies, and I'm thinking I might use the largest scalloped one to create an aperture in my card with those behind, and then I can sort of build up a little bit with some flowers. What haven't I got? I haven't got leaves. Maybe I can cut some leaves out. Okay, so I'm thinking that's where we're going. So let me just quickly say hello to everyone. Hi Louise, hi Shaz. How is everyone? Are you warm enough, cold enough? Right, so I'm going to use some, no, I'll use some basic white. So I'm going to create, so for some people you may already have card blanks that you've already purchased. I'm going to use our thick basic white to create my card base. So I'm going to, so this is about, for those that don't like inches, I'm sorry, but this is about 5 7/8, which I never in my wildest dreams thought I'd be saying that, but I used to be a centimetres girl. And so I've cut it at 5 7/8 wide, and I'm going to score it. So this is from A4 cardstock, and I'm going to score it at 5 7/8. So it's almost a 6 by 6. So it's exactly in half, which has got a little bit of a trailing edge, which is really what you want. And I will also cut whilst I'm here. Let's have a look. I've got scrap. Anybody? Scraps of white? Can never have too many scraps of white. So I am just going to cut just a slightly smaller piece, and I do mean slightly smaller, like 1/8 of an inch. So I can then cut and put the aperture behind. And then I can do a little bit of a 3D effect. So I did what, 5 7/8. So I'll do 5 3/4. So 5 3/4, and considering like 20 minutes ago I had no idea what I was doing, I just knew I needed to make something for my mum's birthday. So then that just gives us, I mean it's white on white, but gives us a very tiny little border. I don't know if you can see that. Hello Julie, how are you? So it gives us a very tiny little border, which, let me just move that out of the way. So I'm going to cut. So you see that fits quite nicely. So that's the largest of our scallop circle dies. So that'll fit quite nicely in the middle. So we need to decide what part of the paper are we wanting to use. I'm thinking, because it's me and it's my mum, I'm thinking maybe that bit. So this is Pool Party, Night of Navy, Gorgeous Grape, my favourite. Gorgeous Grape, who doesn't love a bit of Gorgeous Grape? So I'm thinking maybe this bit. Okay. So, and have no fear, because we've got the beautiful other side. And I know it's criminal, but I'm going to start so we get a bit of the Pool Party. And to love your paper is to chop your paper, people. Oh, I know, Shaz, aren't the papers just beautiful? So I'm going to turn that round now so I can get the whole... so it doesn't necessarily need to be the same size as that, because I just want a little bit to go underneath. So I'm thinking maybe if I do those two colours, then the purple and the pinks and the Coastal Cabana will sit really nicely against the blues. So I can do a slightly smaller version at, well, let's think, because actually, yeah, so I don't need it that big. I just need it enough to go over the square. Oh, that sounds nice, Julie. Afternoon tea at the Ivy, Windsor Castle. Nice. Are you a lady who lunches? Or have you been today? So, I'll cut the... So, like I say, you don't need the whole thing, because I'm going to put that there. So then that can sit behind, probably that way. So I'm going to cut this out now. And I'm sorry to those of you that have them, but I am using my magnetic plate. And I say sorry because for those that don't know, the magnetic plate unfortunately has just been recalled. But I'm going to use it because it just saves on using post-it notes. There's been a bit of a fault once it's been used a few hundred times. I'm not joking. But I'm just going to run that through. Oh, it's like butter wouldn't melt. Goes through so smoothly. And I mean, it is a very heavy plate, but as oh, electric shock. Haven't used mine all that much. Let me put that over to the side. Oh, look at that. So then we get a lovely little aperture. Hi Anne, how are you? How's the weather? And obviously we keep that because we can use that on maybe another card. And then I thought, so I don't know if anybody else has seen it, but I have a new embossing folder. She says, desperately trying to find it. Yes. So I've got a new literally brand new, still in the packaging. The painted posies. So I thought rather than stick a plain piece of white card onto a white card base, I might just emboss, because I mean, how pretty. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, thank you, Julie. I'm due to get them done next week. Yeah, it's early for you, Anne. But I mean, how pretty is that? So I'm going to run this through, get it lined up against the black line. So it's relatively straight, and so it's running along the bottom. Hinge in first so it doesn't get caught. And we'll see how this comes out. I'm trying to decide, Julie, what to have done on my nails next week. So it'll be 3 weeks next week. And look, oh, look at that. Oh, look how pretty. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh, I'm so pleased I bought it. Right, let me just move this out of the way for now. Ooh, you could even add some colour to this, but I don't, which I normally would do, but I just feel like it might be just a little bit much. Let me move this to one side. So then when we put this in, you can see how you get that colour coming through, and I can always get the 3D effect, and then we can just build. I think my mum will like this. And then we can just build. Isn't it lovely? I know, Helen, it's just so effective. And I think because it's really, I mean, actually, to be honest, either side, even the deboss side is, hi Alison. Yeah. I don't know what made me get it, but I'm really pleased I did. Just the depth of it is just, and it would really, you see, now I'm thinking, oh, I'd have to do some colouring, some blending, ink blending or something on it. Should we give it a go and see what it looks like? Noticing the new annual, Julie. It's one of those little tucked away, oh, I say that, hang on, I do have my mini, the new mini here, which very quickly, no, it's definitely, she says, looking at the wrong one. Oh, I can't find it now. Oh, here it is. I'm pretty certain it's in the annual catalogue. So this comes out on Friday. Let me just have a quick look. So what do you think? Should we add some colouring to this, or should we leave it as is? I can add a bit of pool party or something in the background. Okay, I'm getting there, I'm getting there, I'm getting there. Embossing folders, embossing folders. No, it's in the annual. It's in the new annual catalogue. This one. So it's called Painted Posies. So if we want to do, we can do a bit of pool party. Maybe it's a bit of a nice soft blend in the background. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'll say it's my first time playing with it, so I had no idea what it would come out looking like. Yeah, I think maybe with the colour, and once I add some flowers to it, I think it'll be enough, don't you? So I'm going to put that there, and then we can raise, without singing, can raise it up. No singing, can't afford the copyright. I mean, it seems criminal to get rid of that, but... So let's just doubly check where I want it. So about there. Okay. So we're going to go, so I'm going a little bit off centre because I want a bit more of this to show than the blue. Yes. And then, so we can use some, I've got adhesive foam sheet, which I'm just going to cut. Into some chunks, because we don't want a saggy middle, do we, ladies? No one likes a saggy middle. And rather than use loads of little ones, it's just easier and quicker for me to chop this up. Like so, and we can always trim that one in half and do a little one down the bottom. Don't have a heart attack, Alison, with the amount I'm using. It's just really easy then to make a very simple uber sticky. And then I'll try and get the even. Don't stick, don't stick, don't stick. I'm not ready, I'm not ready. Oh, I've got a furry thing rubbing around my legs. Oh, go away, maids. And tell everybody you had me up at 4:45 this morning because you brought in a mouse. Again, and she managed to get it all the way upstairs to my bedroom. So, nothing I like better than having to get up at stupid o'clock. So, my scraps. So I have some smaller flowers, which I can cut out. Rather than use a die machine, I can fussy cut, because we don't want all of them to be too big, because then it'll look a bit odd. And we can cut some leaves. I'm just pulling all the colours back in because, you know, more is more and all that. So I feel like maybe a little blue one, and we can cut some leaves. So I'll just cut this out. Is anybody watching the tennis? Forgot Wimbledon was on. I did start watching a bit of the Andy Murray match. Okay. I kind of feel like she says going, oh, I want to do Gorgeous Grape because Mum likes purple. Now actually I feel like I might add pink. Oh no, I can do the smaller purple. I feel like the other bigger one, I think the bigger one's just a bit too much. And then I'll cut some leaves out. I've already made a gift box for her. I've got some expensive perfume. And it was expensive. So I made her a little gift box to put it in. Or it's a box stroke bag, if I'm honest. So at least that's done, but then I realised I hadn't made her a card, so if you see my mum, tell her to go away in the nicest possible sense. Now, I want some leaves. Do shout if you think it needs anything else. I mean, and like I say, there are dies for this, but sometimes it's just as quick to fussy cut. Without cutting your fingers, preferably. It's Thursday tomorrow. Don't you just love Wednesdays? It's the downward slope to Friday. So then we can have some leaves. We've got a little... There's not technically a single leaf that... Yeah, I think... I don't know. I think they are, Julie. I think they are roses. But they also look a little bit like... I don't know, I want to say peonies. But I am not a gardener. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Sorry, Helen, I've only just seen your comments. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, these little ones, they definitely look like roses. I mean, of course, this embossing folder... just let me move that out of the way. This embossing folder just screams a bit of watercolouring to me. I don't know about anybody else, but it's definitely... I'm going to put that way actually. It's definitely screaming watercolour to me. I mean, most of it's going to be covered up, but I might run it through again and just have a go maybe. So I've got my watercolour pencils. What did I just do with that leaf? So I could do watercolour pencils and use my blender pen. Might see how that looks. So there's a little leaf. It looks a bit lonely on its own. Okay. Like I said, I mean, if I thought ahead, I could have die cut some of these ready, but as I didn't know what I was still doing 20 minutes before I started. And just to say, I am looking at putting a kits class out. So at the moment, for anybody who doesn't know, there is an offer that ends tomorrow on our kits that we have available. It's buy one, get one 50% off on all kits. So if there are any that you like, I've just got a new one, little robot buddies, which is great for boys. Okay, well, we can put that in there. Still feel like that needs another one. So what I might do is cut these ones out. And then I'm looking at July to put a kits class, probably towards the end of July now, given that it's the 1st of July on Friday. Oh, what planet am I on? I can't believe it's July already. It's crazy. So yeah, so I'll get that advertised, and I may not restrict it to one particular kit. It may just be a kits class done on Zoom, and you just pick whichever one you want. Okay, so I'm thinking what I might do is take that out. Thank you very much. Put that behind there. We can put that behind there. Obviously we need a bit of twine. We can put that there. Yeah, something like that anyway. Along those lines. We'll need, yeah, I mean twine, I think, or actually, ooh, hold your horses, peeps. Hold your horses. We have new Orchid Oasis metallic ribbon, which, can anybody say ooh? Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Yay, class. I know, Susie, I know. It's been a while, I know. But I don't know if you can see that in the light. I'll tell you what. How about I put a light down and then you can see what I'm doing. There we go. Oh, look at that. Nice metallic. So I think that'll go nicely. Yes, so we can use that. And we need to pick, I need to pick a sentiment, which, considering it's a birthday card, it's going to be fairly straightforward. But can I just say, the font on these is just beautiful. So happy birthday. I think I might put best wishes on the inside. I could put you are wonderful in every way, but I think my mum might think I'm after something. She might think I'm buttering her up for something. I do. Now, do we want heat embossing? Could be white on navy. To pick out the navy, or we can do a bit of pool party. So I'm trying to decide if I'm happy with that layout. I won't stick it down until I am happy. So let's get a block. So I've been very organised. Got all my blocks ready. I'll use this one. I've been organising, or trying to anyway. Yes, very pretty ribbon. White on navy. Okay. Right, it's just me getting my... Out of the way, Mabel. Thank you very much. I'm just going to plug my heat gun in. There we go. So, white on navy. Versamark. Bit of Versamark. Navy, navy, navy. I did get navy out in preparation, just in case, and I do have some lovely scraps. Perfect. And I need my white heat embossing, which, me being the good girl that I am, look at me, so organised. White heat embossing, embossing buddy, or anti-static powder bag, whatever you want to call it, which, as a company, they have just relaunched, which is great to see. Okay. How is it I end up every time working in like a 5 centimetre square space? But let's get that out, and then so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do a second card with that embossing folder, and we can just do a little bit of colouring in. I wasn't going to, but excuse me, but now I've seen it, it'd just be rude not to. Such a pretty embossing folder. Scrap paper. Can anybody see my scrap paper? Well, technically not scrap, but it'll do. So for anyone that doesn't know, I photocopy my dies, and then I stick the photocopy to my magnetic sheet, so you can see what dies I've got that I haven't tidied away just yet. So it's probably easier for me to take this to that. There we go. Tap off the excess. Yeah. It doesn't matter too much because I am going to probably fussy cut it. Let's move this out of the way. Volume's down, heat gun going on. There we go. Without burning your fingers, of course, people. So I think, yeah, I think I will fussy cut it out, just keep it nice and delicate. So I am thinking though, because we've done navy, I'm not sure if that's quite right, or hello, we have it in, so this is Orchid Oasis, which is one of our new in colours. And if I can get the sellotape off. We do have it in this colour as well, which is Starry Sky. Which might actually, which I don't know if you can see, same metallic, but in closer to the navy. So whilst I'm fussy cutting, I don't know, I kind of like the Orchid Oasis. Whilst I'm fussy cutting, why don't you decide what colour you would prefer? So it's up to you how much of a border you leave and how tight you want to go. Obviously it's easier to turn the cardstock than it is to turn the scissors to get into those tight spots. gone quiet now. Concentrating. That's how much concentration it takes for me to cut. So, I know Susie's crafting. Is there anybody else crafting? So what colour ribbon do you want? Do you want the purple or the blue? I don't know if you've heard, because it's just been announced for us as demos, that the company is expanding into Belgium. So they're already in Netherlands, Austria, Germany, France, and they're going to expand into Belgium and also into the Republic of Ireland, which is good news. So, and don't forget, if anybody wants a free catalogue, our new mini's just about to come out on Friday for customers. Demos have had it a few weeks now. So I can send you out the new mini catalogue, which of course, well, I'll say of course, for those of you that don't know, for July and August also means another ooh, both. Oh, Helen. Yeah, they're so pretty. It's the metallic in it. It's the shimmer. It's just so pretty when it hits the light. So yeah, so we've just expanded. So Celebration, which for those that don't know is that on orders of qualifying value, so minimum is £45, you then earn free product during Celebration. So yeah, if anybody wants a catalogue, let me know. I can send out the annual, the new mini, and the Celebration for you to pick from. Which, can I just say, hippos. That's all I'm going to say. They are so cute. Dancing hippos with tutus and goggles, snorkels, it's just glasses, it's just, they're brilliant, fantastic. What do we think? Happy with the layout? So what are we thinking? Blue? Let's have a look. So we've got, I don't know, I think I quite like the purple to lift. I think I quite like the purple to lift the background of this. Of course, we can always make use of, that's better. Now I'm thinking, what is it they say? Up there for thinking, down there for dancing. Funny, Helen, you've already said that today. I've got another half one. I've got a half one, no, that's already a purple. Yeah, I just kind of feel like it needs a little bit something extra. Extra, read all about it. Too big. Same colour. I'm just fiddling now. So are you all screaming at me? Stop! Stop! Not there anyway. How long can it take you to make a card? No, that one's got lost, so we'll do it the other way around. Put that there. Step away from the card, Joanna. Step away from the card. Okay. I did. I know. Stop. Yeah, I know. You're all shouting. Stop. Hi, Valerie. Okay, just stick with the 3. I'll stop. Sorry. I just feel like this needs something else, but maybe once I've added a gem or 2, that might just do it. So I'm going to start sticking. Okay. Step away from the card. I know, I could literally hear you all shouting, stop! Stop, stop, stop. Okay, so we're just going to stick that there. So bearing in mind that this is already raised, so if you're posting it, you perhaps don't want to add, because you know, Royal Mail and all that, you perhaps don't want to add any more. I mean, you can put that up in a dimensional, but you just have to bear in mind when you, although I don't need to, do I? Because I'm giving it to my mum. So, scrap everything I just said. Are you all shouting, what is that woman talking about? So I'm going to put that there. So I need to put them foam pads at the bottom. Okay. It's suddenly gone really quiet here. It worries me. Oh, hello. Okay. So I'll just stick a little bit of glue there. Stand up. Yeah, that goes there. And then we'll put that on as well. How are you, Valerie? How is it over there in the fair city of Ireland? Oh, good news for you this week. Stampin' Up are expanding into Republic of Ireland. How does that happen? Okay. So Susie said blue for the ribbon. So I'll do myself a little bow. Which I don't know why I said it like that, but it's so pretty. I want to put that at a bit of an angle. Come on, there we go. Happy? Happy girls? No pink. Okay. Hello, Andrea. Andrea, I will just say I have not forgotten about the circle punches. Yeah, it is good news. I am a gem or 200. You're absolutely, Susie, you know me so well. And you should see my new organisation for my gems as well. I'm very proud of myself. I've been very productive this weekend. Yeah, end of this year. It's exciting. Republic of Ireland, here we come. I can recruit my nieces. You know, get them spending mum and dad's money at 8 years old. 8 and 5. 5. That's scary. Okay, I'm going to go with that. I will obviously trim that down. Glue dots. Yes, that'd be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Glue dots. Easiest way to stick something down when it comes to this. Okay, and then I think a glue dot for this in the middle as well. And I might need to just add another one. To the left, because that's potentially going to annoy me. Okay, yeah, that's better. How many glue dots? It's like a contest, isn't it? How many jars in the suite will do? How many glue dots will Joanna take to stick the sentiment down? Okay. Gems. Gems, 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 gems. So, organisation people, you know me and my storage. So I have a gem or two. This is my new organisation. So you can tell I've been very productive over the weekend. So let me pull out. And I know you're going to say how sad I am, but can I just say that they're also... oh, I don't want to say it. They're also organised into alphabetical. Because yes, I am that sad. Now I have found... oh, they're nice. And I have found myself with absolutely loads of the pastel pearls, which historically went with the Hydrangea Haven set, which the stamp set is still, and dies are still current. No, I don't like them for that. But the DSP ran out. So I think they're too blue. Those ones. Obviously there's my favourites, the iridescent rhinestones, because they're just beautiful and pick up every single colour. Oh, thank you, Valerie. So this is my mum's birthday card. Or we can pull out the paler. I mean, we could do purple, but I feel like that's just a bit too dark. But the paler would actually That would go. So there are your three options: iridescent, the blue, or this paler. What would you like? Thank you, Valerie. Maybe a little bit of Wink of Stella going on the flowers. A bit of the old sparkle, iridescent, yeah, because they do pick up. I do pick up a bit of the sparkle and the different colours. Okay. So, I know, I'm so organised. Look, little sleeves. We can do a mixture. They're all labelled, catalogue number. I know, I surprise myself sometimes. Yeah, I don't think they look right. So, let's do a bit of a mixture. Who's to say we can't do a mixture? So let's just get my putty to... I'm so close to finishing this putty, it's just not even funny. Thankfully I have a spare, but... okay, let's do... It's my mum, I can go with more. We'll do middle size. So these ones come in 3 different sizes. Let's pull out these ones are really well stuck. Go with the other end. Feel like that's... Oh, thanks, Julie. I hope she does. I'm sure she will, but you just never know sometimes, dear. Not my mum. I'm just going to stick that down because that's annoying me. And then, as it's my mum, let's go OTT, shall we? And we'll do another one there, and we'll do a smaller one there. So in 5s in a triangle, apparently the most pleasing to the eye. That's what I've learnt. So put lids back on. So that's the first card. Now I'm going to try that one again. Run it back through. Let me just move some stuff out of the way. Do we like? So it's taken me a lot longer to make the first card than I planned. An hour for the first card. Joanna, that's terrible. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. So actually, I'll tell you what. I'll play with this embossing folder next week and we can do some proper watercolouring and different bits. So I'm going to just move these out of the way for now and clear the decks to just maybe make another card, but maybe using some of the dies this time. So let me move that out of the way. So we've got all these beautiful flowers that I will make use of, have no fear. I mean, you could easily, I mean, that's the remnants from what I cut out, so thank you, Helen. Can easily make yourself a little wreath with a little rainbow wreath. Do you know? Add a couple of colours. Do you see where I'm going? Do nice. And then we'll tuck that one in. And you can tuck that one in. That goes there. Nice little paler one. Anyway, something along those lines. Stop faffing about, Joanna. So this has still got some of the sellotape stuck to the back. So this die, it cuts out all the little bits. Thank you, Andrea. It cuts out all the little bits, but it doesn't cut out the outer edge, so it keeps it in your card. So I'm going to have a little play with that. And these are great. Let me make your own little notebooks. You know, a bit of binding. How cool are they? So let's have a look. I'm thinking maybe move all of these out of the way. Going to use the big flower stamp to create a bit of a background. These are cling stamps, so they do cling. No, photopolymer. They really do cling to your hands. Sorry, I'm getting myself into all of a muddle because I've got so much stuff over my desk. So I'm just going to move and hope the cat doesn't come and jump. So colour-wise, so I wanted to use a bit more of the DSP. I'm thinking maybe a bit of... I kind of feel like... picking maybe some of the pinks. And yeah, maybe pick some of the pinks. Okay, I'll share my thoughts with you because you're not mind readers. I'm going to stamp a bit of a background. I'm just going to trim a little bit off here. And so I think, if I'm right in thinking, this is Melon Mambo. I think if I do a little bit, what's the width of that? So if I go for, yeah, that should do it. I'll do sort of 4 3/4 inches. If you haven't already guessed, I'm making this up on the fly. And this is, I'll cut it to about 2 3/4 inches. Okay, and then with some normal basic white, I am going to, ooh, is that big enough? No, not quite. I don't know what I'm doing, if I'm honest. So that'll be perfect. We can cut. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to trim. I haven't quite got a scrap piece that's big enough. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm cutting it a bit bigger so I can cut it down to size. And obviously this won't go to waste. Now, I'll bring my die cutting machine back in. So I don't need that because that's for 3D embossing. I'm going to bring in my lovely magnetic plate again. That does weigh an absolute ton, but it is very sturdy. And I'm going to pop that there, sort of in the middle, so it gives me enough space on either side to trim trim it down. And in theory, when I lift this up, everything should be on the magnetic plate. Static. Because there's there we go. Perfect, look. Lots of little bits. So they don't all come out, because some of them are actually, so it's actually designed for some of the bits to stay in, so you can pop them up if you wanted to, and the rest to come out, which clearly can be an absolute nightmare on your floor. But it's a really lovely effect. So do that with that then behind for just a hint of colour coming through. So let me just check. So on the back we've got the names, the colours. Also, it's Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo. It is Melon Mambo. Okay, so I think I'm going to do a Melon Mambo base, which is this dark pink, darker pink. For something just nice, a bit bright. And I mean, you could even get away with maybe I'd say the new red, the new Sweet Sorbet, but I think it's a bit too red for what I'm looking for. So I'm going to do a standard A6, C6, A6, C6. I don't know. Do enlighten me as to what the difference is. Card base. And I'm going to score at 14.9. Score once, cut once rather than doing it twice. And cut at 10.5 to give you 2 card bases from 1 sheet of A4. So, and I do like to do mine as a 10th fold, so 10th fold. But it doesn't really matter because it can still easily be converted to a landscape if that's how you want to do it. So the rest of the time is I'm not really sure what I'm doing. Maybe do some mango, do a layer of white, okay, so can you all hear my brain going? So this is 9, so maybe do trim it down a tad, so that's 8.5 centimetres, just a slither taken off. And how much have we got of a border there? Oh, just over a centimetre, about ½ an inch. So if we do the same, so about where I want it. So don't ask me for measurements because I'm just making it up as I go. So you can just see a hint of the colours there behind. So then might just do some DSP. No, won't do some DSP. That's not what I have planned. Might just do some Flirty Flamingo, which is the paler. Come on, Joanna, make your mind up. Have I bored you all yet? Oh, well done, Susie. Don't forget to share what you've made. Stick it on my page so we can all see what you've been up to. So, we've got choices. Could do a bit of Daffodil Delight, maybe a bit of yellow. Or is that, oh no, that's a bit too bright. I might just do a bit of, yeah, that makes it a nice bright card, doesn't it, without that pink. What do you think? Pink? Pink on pink? I'm thinking no. I'm thinking mango. Okay. Okay, and then we'll just do, so it was cut at 10.5, so we'll do 10.1. By 14.5, so that gives us a 4mm, put it that way, so that gives us a 4mm. And then I'll do some background stamping on the mango with the big flower. And of course on the darker colours, you know, to do an insert to make it easier for writing in. But I think for now, let me stick this down. So let's just unclog it. I mean, that's just so pretty as well. Oh, you're watching Andy? Oh, don't tell me how he's doing. He was just on his comeback when I came upstairs. So I've just put a little bit of glue around the edges. And then I'm going to stick that down. So whilst that is drying, I'm going to use the big flower. So, and I'm thinking to do some tone on tone stamping. So I'm going to use, so then you don't have to use any DSP if you don't want to, just do some random twist and turn. I mean, you don't have to worry too much about the middle because obviously the other piece is gonna cover that up, but you can do if you want to, because why not? That was so close. I nearly put my thumb in the ink pad. I know. I know, and with Serena Williams going out, I mean, who knows? I mean, that's just a very simple, I'll add some flowers, obviously. With Serena Williams going out, although, I don't know about you, but she looked really fed up to be there yesterday. It looked like it was an absolute chore. She looked completely unimpressed. But fair play to the girl who beat her first time at Wimbledon. So I'm just going to use tape to stick this down, just so it's a bit sturdier. But yeah, certainly when I came home from work and put Wimbledon on, I saw that Andy had just lost the first set and I thought, uh-oh. I do love my tennis though. just, right, that way or that way. I might do it that way. To say I've got those edges pretty close together, pretty neat. I don't even know what I'm trying to say anymore, people. In fairness, I will say my pills are starting to kick in, so I'll apologise in advance for anything I may say. Just for your entertainment, Helen. But I've taken my pills, so now I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm doing. Flowers. I want some flowers now. Rather than cut them out with the DSP, because it just seems such a shame, what I can do is actually stamp. So we've got Flirty Flamingo, Mango Melody, Melon Mumbo, and a bit of Daffodil Delight. So, you know, there are other options that you could actually, in black, stamp onto here and cut out, which I may well do. I was just trying to avoid using DSP. It has been a few days, in fairness. Yeah, it is. And, you know, I know, you know, he's had his hips done, and, you know, and it's a bit like with Serena Williams, you know, she's 40. It's not a spring chicken like some of them are. So I'm using my Wink of Stella, which is a glitter brush, just to pull out some of the colour in the flower without actually having to colour it all in, but equally gives it a nice glitter effect. And it just pulls out, because it's alcohol, it just pulls out some of the colour. And again, there are dyes for this, but I can't believe I'm going to say it. It's probably quicker for me to cut it out by hand. Oh no, missed a bit. So that just gives you a really nice sheen, if I can get the camera to pick it up. So you can see the sheen. Drunk stamping party. Well, it's probably drugged up stamping party for me, to be fair, Susie. It's a designer series paper. So it's the pattern paper, basically. So, oh yeah, there you go. Look, you can see the sheen that gives. So I can cut that out. And let me clean that off. And we can do in black. So I'm just I need to ink up this because it's so well used. There's not much black on this at all, but for the sake of this, see, and then you get a two-tone flower without having to colour it in. So if you've got loads of DSP to use up, designer series paper, patterned paper, whatever you want to call it, and then I might just do a couple of I'll do that one. Okay. Yeah, and then we'll do this one. More of the yellows. And then what we need are leaves. Do we not, girls? Ladies? And for any gentlemen out there that may or may not be watching me. I promise I'm nearly done. So we'll cut those out in a minute. I just love that. So I will just quickly, how clean and crisp that comes out. Okay, you can stop now, Joanna. Please tell me I'm not the only one that talks to myself. And I'm thinking a bit of granny apple green to just do. That's light. Let's do the dark first. So these are our blends. These are alcohol based, so they're quite good for blending. So whilst I'm doing this, have a look at the sentiments on here. So you got friend, best wishes, congratulations, no singing, congratulations, sending thanks for all you do. Have a look and let me know. I've got it on iPlayer. I want to go so I can finish watching the match from where I left off. I might have even paused the telly, to be honest. So yeah, have a look at the sentiments. Go whilst I am colouring. There you go. Whilst I'm colouring. So I'm just laying some dark down before I go over it with the light to blend it all together. Just to give it a bit of a... I probably won't need all these leaves, but you never know. And then I'm going to go back over with the light. So I'm just going back over the dark just to... It's quite warm here tonight, so I probably should have been a bit quicker. It's drying quite quickly. It's up to you. I mean, if you want to, you don't have to colour it all in. Or you could do what I've done with the flowers and stamp it onto the pattern paper or onto coloured cardstock. Or what probably would have been quicker is using some ink blending brush and blending some colour and then stamping onto it and cutting that out, rather than he's so tall as well, isn't he, that it's just just to give it a bit of variation in colour. Because of course Mother Nature doesn't have perfect lines. Apologies if you can hear my neighbour coming home on his motorbike. He loves nothing more than to rev his engine when he arrives home to let us all know he's home safe and sound. Okay, right. So I'm very quickly, very quickly also, if you're not confident with your colouring, the best way to do it is to stamp onto some patterned paper. Gives you the variation in colour, and you don't have to worry about sorry, I stopped all of a sudden because there's a pigeon just landed outside my window. I don't know if you can hear him making a right old racket. Yeah, and it means you don't have to worry about shading or anything like that, and it can give the flowers a different look. Mabel, leave the pigeon alone. Honestly, it's like having a toddler in the house. So then we've got some nice yellow to add in. Just makes it a nice bright card. Anybody from America on? You got any plans for 4th of July weekend? Okay, and then I've got some leaves out. And be grateful that I'm not working from home tomorrow, so I can leave my desk. I'm not going to bother with the stem on this one because I'm going to tuck it behind. Obviously it just means you can build your own bouquet as well, because they've got some lovely sweet little ones as well. So have we decided on a sentiment? Friend, best wishes, happy birthday, congratulations, many thanks, you are wonderful in every way, wishing you all the happiness you can imagine, or best wishes. Oh, I'll give you stories, honestly. 3:45 this morning, Valerie. 3:45. That little black tortoiseshell Mabel, or as her full name is, Mabel Batman Smudge Barnes. 3:45 in my bedroom with a mouse. She was delighted with herself. Oh, thanks, Susie, I know. I'm joking. Yeah, she was absolutely delighted with herself. So, although I've coloured that, and it does look lovely, I'm going to save that for another card. Yeah, she was absolutely delighted with herself. She was there, laid like Lady Queen of Sheba, purring away. Mabel Batman Smudge Barnes. Pain in the backside that she is. I mean, I know it's just the season of it, and hopefully it'll finish fairly quickly. All these mice are having all their babies. But yeah, that's the, what, 7th one in the last 2 weeks? I mean, God help me if Bella ever figures out how to catch anything. The only thing Bella's ever caught is a stick in her eye, which cost me a fair bit of money to get fixed. Now, she has caught a butterfly before, but she's come close to getting a pigeon. But no, she's not as proficient as Mabel is. And here I am thinking about getting another one. I must be mad. But it's kitten season, and everybody keeps saying to me, oh look, my friends just had kittens, my friend's cats just had kittens, or oh, I know so-and-so who's fostering and they've got kittens if you want one. And you know, it's hard to say no. I mean, it's been 10 days since my mum and dad had to have their cat put down. My lovely old Sam. So I've been trying to convince them to get another one, but they're standing firm on no. I've got time yet, it's only been 10 days. I'll wear them down. They only got Sam because I took him over after... There, they've basically got all my old cats. After my old cat Susie died, not my friend Susie, obviously, I took over Sam, who they've just had to have put down, but he was 17, 18, so I'd had him since he was 5 or 6 years old. Came to me as a stray, came through my kitchen window. He was matted and thin and been dumped by some US Air Force personnel that had gone back to America and had left him behind to fend for himself, and he made his way to my house. So I took him in, got him checked. Mum and Dad went on holiday. And I took him over to their house while they were on holiday, and he's never looked back. It's like he's always lived there. And they've currently got my other cat, Taz, who was 4 or 5 weeks old when we got him. Feral cat. Mum had been hit by a car, left him and his sister. He's, what, 18 now? So, yeah, I'm trying to convince Mum and Dad to get another one, but it's only been 10 days. I've got time still to wear him down. But yeah, I met a lady yesterday who fosters kittens for a rescue centre. So she was giving me the hard sell yesterday, and it's tempting. Oh, so tempting. I mean, I've only got 2. I did always live in the hope that Louis would come home, but it's 3 years this year, so I'm gonna not say he probably won't ever come home, but you know, chances are diminishing. So, you know, I've always been prepared to have 3. I think they're just so lovely, and you know, people say like vet's bills and all that stuff, but do you know what? I mean, apart from Bella cost me an absolute arm and a leg to get her eye fixed, which I nearly had to donate a kidney for that. £3,500 later. You know, they haven't cost me anything other than annual boosters, so obviously the food, but I have to say my girls are actually pretty good when it comes to that. Right, fussy cutting done, you'll be pleased to know. So are we going with you are wonderful in every way? Oh, do you know, as much as I moan about them, I mean, they are funny. They are funny little characters. But I wouldn't be without them. No way. So we can do that. Do that. We can do a bit of that. Bit of that. There. Ooh, sorry, I just need to pull my chair forward because I seem to be gradually getting further and further away from the desk. Oh dear. Okay, oh sorry, I nudged you. I feel like those two are a bit too close in colour. What do you think? She says after doing the fussy cutting. I feel like the yellows are too close together. Thoughts? Maybe it could do with maybe a bit more green to break it up as I quickly cut this out. So I think this is Flirty Flamingo, this pink. So, any news I've got to share? I went to the cinema on Saturday. Went to see the new horror film, The Black Phone. Very good film. Really enjoyed it. It's the first time in a long time that a film has actually made me jump. Stop faffing around, Joanna. I think I prefer that. Dropping my leaves. I think I prefer that. Okay. What does everybody think? Happy? I feel like I'm full. Oh, I'm going to stop talking and get this card done because my pills are definitely kicking in, and I can feel my attention span is draining, quickly, rapidly disappearing. So let's do some sticking. Happy. Okay. Works for me. Works for me, Valerie. Otherwise you'll be here till midnight. And I don't think any of you want that. Well, depends on where you are in the world, to be fair. And I'll be alright. But it'll be a long day. Be a long day for poor Anne. over there on the other side of the world. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. I'm going to stick just a little bit. Ooh, stop singing, Joanna. My lord. You're all getting a glimpse as to what my poor colleagues have to put up with when my pills kick in. Start losing the ability to speak. Okay, so today and tomorrow are the last days of you being able to get any last chance items before they are retired on Friday, well, tomorrow night, stroke Friday. So if you want to place an order, let me know if you want me to do it for you. Too many leaves? I'll maybe get rid of that one. I don't know, I kind of feel like. I'm going for it, peeps. Oh, thanks, Susie. I'll take a look when I'm done. Have you been using your die cutting machine? Okay, and then it would be rude not to. So we have metallic ribbon, which is Sweet Sorbet, but actually, which is, I don't know, is it a pinky red or a reddy pink? I don't know. But this ribbon looks very pink. So I think when it comes to the colours in the paper, see, you've seen all my brand new stuff. Get me, I'm actually using it. Yeah, see, that goes lovely. Another one with the metallic. So I just need to do a sentiment. Could I do a bigger bow? I could get my trusty little one. No, I can't. I don't know where it is. Bow maker out. Ah. Well, I look forward to seeing what you've made, Susie. Oh, I like that metallic. I think I'll be going straight to bed after this, frankly. Yeah, I like that. So although it's Sweet Sorbet, which I'll just show you, the ink pad. So the ink pad very much comes across as a red, whereas that looks very much pink, but so I think that will be perfect. Picks up all the different shades of pink. And so, sentiment. I think I'll do white just to lift it a bit. So, and I might just keep it simple and go with black. And Susie said, you are wonderful in every way. So, which I suppose technically I could also give to my mum. Nope, not that one. That one. So I'm going to keep it simple. And I can hear you all saying, that's really bad English. thank goodness Joanna's nearly done. Oh, I'm sure it's not that bad, Susie. And of course, if you wanted to, rather than fussy cut, you can easily, which is what I'm going to do. She says looking for a trimmer will do. I'm just going to trim this down. So if you're not sure, I mean, there is a little, if I've got any, because what happens, you clean your desk up and then you can't find anything. So, post-it note, here we go, found one. So just what I do for mine is if I don't know, Mabes is here. Oh, that tickles me. Oh, got shorts on. If you don't know where to line it up on your trimmer, you can just use a post-it note as a guide as to where you want it. How much of an edge. So then I can place that and line it up, preferably straight. Preferably not using a big, I'm just gonna, then, yes Mabes, hello. So then I can do, I'm gonna trim that off there. And then we'll just trim that down just a tad, and then I will banner the end. Okay, glue dot. Yeah, thank you, Valerie. I do, because otherwise sometimes I end up, I don't know about anybody else, but I end up taking off too much, and then I end up starting all over again. So I just find using a post-it note as a guide just helps me to figure out where to cut. I'm going to, might put that on. Right, we're on the home stretch now, people. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting it so it'll sit either side of the bow. Take the backings off, and then I just want to hold them there, and that sits there. We will trim that down, and obviously gems, which I've now buried. Okay, so I've got them, have no fear. Oh, I've got a bit of, let me just a bit of glue seeped through there. Okay. There. So obviously when I go to give that to someone, for whatever occasion, I will put a piece of white on the inside to obviously help. So bit of a long one tonight, sorry people, but there you go. There are the two cards that we've made with that beautiful embossing folder, which I will play with a little bit more next week. So normally I would make 3 cards, but as you can see, it's just taken me forever to get these 2 done. So I will love you and leave you there. It is now 5 to 10, so it's taken me forever. Thank you. So yeah, it's just a bit, and obviously very simple. I mean, stamping on the pattern paper really helps. And yeah, always good to have a bit of colour. That's what I like. Whereas my mum will like this, it's more subtle. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you, Valerie. More than welcome. Right, I'll turn you around for a quick goodbye. You can see my carnage that is on my desk. Oh, thanks, Susie. So I say I'll put out my. I have got some new kits. I haven't opened them yet, but I will put out my kits class in the next, probably in the next week. So I'm looking for probably towards the end of July to have that. So it'll be on Zoom, and it just depends on diaries and things like that as to when I can fit it in. But yeah, so I'll get that out, and yeah, take care. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for all your lovely comments. I very much appreciate it, and I will see you all again next Wednesday. So take care, everyone, and stay safe and have a good weekend. Thanks. Bye.